with whom we have interacted over the last, I think, 1.5 years online. And today he's in person with us. It's very exhilarating, let me put it this way. And I think you know all of our scholars here. They all have listened to you very carefully. They take notes. And after the class is over, then we spend about 15-20 minutes to just discuss. Yeah. And also, I think a lot of them have other questions also which have come out. So it's a great, I think today you could ask your questions also. And of course, coming out from what you heard, but nevertheless, everybody has some questions and doubts. And so thank you very much, Swamiji. So please, over to you.
Checking. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. You have no idea how happy I am. Talking to a camera is the hardest to convey philosophy. Because your next thought would very naturally come when we interact. Looking at your face, did you get this idea? If your face shows, no, I have not grasped it fully, then I would know that I need to extend it a little more. So in a camera, I hope they understood, they got it, who is attending. So for Vedanta, it's a joy when you hold a class live like this. One of the verses we discussed last time was chapter 5. The example given was lotus, Padma Patran Ivambasa. He who does actions offering them to Brahman, the Lord, abandoning attachment, is not tainted by any action as karma effect, just as a lotus leaf remains unaffected by the water on it. Padma Patram Ivambasa. See, the analogy is such a beautiful thing. Anything which we do, there will be consequence. Any action, whatever we do, there will be consequence. We need to face the consequence. But if we learn the art of Karma Yoga and we perform action in the spirit of Karma Yoga, we are free from the consequence. This art of performing action is very important because it frees us from the karmic circle. Otherwise, the actions I perform, the consequences are there. And the consequence, what comes, I need to face it, nobody else. And they get accumulated. So we come back again in the cycle, come back to this earth. Once you die, you reincarnate and go through that karma. It's never ending. So there is a verse in Guru Stotra, one of the hymns we chant in admiring the teacher. There the verse says, Aneka janma samprapta karma bandha vidahine atma jnana pradhanena tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Aneka janma. Aneka, countless. Aneka janma. We have gone through countless births. Not just human, various species we have gone through, and we are what we are today. It's a long journey. After that, we are what we are today. Aneka janma samprapta. That karma accumulated in all births gets cut off. Aneka janma samprapta karma bandha. That karma which binds us is cut off. Karma bandha vidahine. How? How does it get cut off? Atma jnana. On receiving the knowledge of the self, Atma Jnana, we become free. To that teacher who gave this knowledge, I offer my salutations. Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So this Karma Yoga is a very important part in our life. At this age of yours, where there is a lot of energy in you, a lot of ambition in you to do things, to go out there and do. And yet we should perform it in such a way that action doesn't bind. Imagine Krishna telling this to Arjuna in a battlefield, saying you can go kill. You will not be tainted by anything. Go shoot. But you will not be tainted by anything. So there is a method of performing action by which karma cannot tag you with it. It can be cut off. So that's what is mainly chapter 3 spoke about. Extending that idea, in chapter 5, he points out, who is sannyasi? That called sannyasa yoga. Who is sannyasi? He who performs action but doesn't allow karma to get attached to him. Karma doesn't tag. That person is free, just like a lotus leaf which is there in water. It's a beautiful analogy. Every deity we worship will have a lotus somewhere or other. Vishnu has it in his hand, or Lakshmi, the elephant may carry a lotus. We connect with lotus. Someone or other will somewhere, either there will be a lotus offered, or some of them we even show sitting on a lotus. Some pictures of Goddess Lakshmi stands on a lotus. Some pictures of Goddess Saraswati sitting on a lotus. Lotus is such a beautiful flower. Not because BJP has it, okay. BJP took it from Hindu Shastra. Such a lovely flower. It's born in slush. Where is the birth? Slush. Grows up in slush. Blossoms out of that. Most difficult situation. From there, a brilliant, beautiful flower blossoms. And the texture of the flower is such. Water can touch it, but cannot make it wet. The leaf also is the same, lotus leaf. The leaf, water can, even the dewdrops can be on it. But if you take it out, it will be dry. You put your, you put your hand and you take it out, the hand is wet. You put your shirt or something inside and you take it out, a piece of cloth, the cloth is wet. But lotus leaf is not wet. Now, what an example these people have picked up. Something which is born in water, grows in water, water touches it. But what is the nature of water? To make anything wet. What is the nature of water? Wherever water goes, it makes things wet. Here the water touches it but doesn't make it wet. Now this is taken as the symbol. There's one temple in Tamil Nadu, in a place called Shiva, is called Tyagaraja. Lord Shiva is addressed there as Tyagaraja. Tyagaraja means Tyaga, detached. Tyaga, detached, detachment, Tyagi. Sacrifice, who's detached to various things. Tyagaraja, king of detachment, emperor of detachment. That was Shiva. See, in that temple, when you go around, there is a beautiful lotus carved. And they will say, go sit there and you will attain moksha. If you sit there, you will attain more. Basically, the thing is, if you get to really be rooted in lotus, the human has become divine. Till then, we are human. The moment we develop this ability, the human becomes divine. What a leap, what an evolution from human to divine. So that is what Krishna is saying here to Arjuna. Arjuna, that's the wise man who has understood this, who is not attached to the result of an action. He performs action, but not attached to the result. Such a person, karma cannot attack that person, becomes free. And the example given, just like the lotus, water touches but cannot make it wet. So if we need to become free and live life well, simple tips of the Gita, if we can pick up and start practicing one sincerely, slowly other things will come. Any one of these you pick up and you start practicing, slowly other things will develop. So here is an instruction given saying, go do what you want, but to the result of that action, don't be attached. Start there. Where do I start? I can't give up action. Okay. I want to do hundreds of things. Go ahead and do. But to that result of that action, don't be attached. Start here. This is a beautiful point to start practicing. That I have to do various things, but to the end result of it, let me not be attached. Let me not insist the result should be this. Enjoy the action. Find the joy in the performance. Don't depend on the result. Why don't depend on the result? Why do you think we should not depend on the result? But Krishna says, enjoy, celebrate the action. Don't depend on the result. Be detached to the result. Why? The result is not in your control. Action is in your control. Result is not in your control. Wake up to this truth. One simple reason, the result belongs to future. And what control do we have on future? Can you, we may believe in it deeply, but can you say tomorrow your existence is guaranteed? Tomorrow, future, we are not sure whether we will be there for tomorrow. So tomorrow itself is uncertain. Future remains uncertain. In uncertain future, why do you invest yourself? What is certain? What is certain? This moment is certain. What is certain? This moment is certain, not 1 hour after this. This moment is certain. You want to be happy? Try now. Try now. Because this is the moment we can be happy. In this moment, I have control. So Krishna is trying to tell Arjuna, get this in your mind and get into the battlefield. Preparation to go into a war is saying this moment is in your control, get there. And you're a warrior. So you can't run away from war. Be there. Do what you have to do as best as you can. End result is not in your control. You just do. So without attached to the end result, when we learn to perform, that action will not bind us. Why? Future is uncertain. Getting attached to uncertainty is not wisdom. Please learn the art of not investing in the future. Celebrate what you have now. So the joy which you need in life, you must find in the action and not in the result. Result, consider it as bonus. You did something and the result also came, well and good. But I was already happy in the action. Not that I'm unhappy in the action, I'm miserable in the action, and then I depend upon the result. No. Enjoy the action. Find the joy in the action. If the result comes your way, celebrate. If it doesn't come, you have not invested in it. You have invested only in the action. This idea, what we have discussed now, this particular verse, is something Mahendra Singh Dhoni will always talk about. But he may not say Padma Patra Imam Basa. Maybe he has not read the book, but he lives this way. Or maybe he has read the book. We do not know. But he is living this philosophy. His funda is very simple. Focus on what is controllable. You understand? That's all he's saying. Focus on what is controllable. What you can control, focus. Future you can't control. Present you can control, focus. So on the action you focus. If you attach to the result, anxiety, fear, everything will come. Now imagine your mind is full of anxiety, full of fear. You don't enjoy the present. With an anxious, fearful mind, your performance will be very mediocre. You miss out the result too. Present, miserable. Future, miserable. I don't know what the future is, but let me keep the present happy. Let me keep the action happy. Let me focus on the process, which is under my control. So those who want to be happy, you have a choice now, because this is certain. If you decide, chapter 5 makes sense, I'll start doing this sometime in the future, you have gone off. You have gone off the road. That is not future now. And this is what Krishna was telling Arjuna, saying, those who learn the art of not attached to the result, but performing the action well, for them, the consequence of the action doesn't bind them. They are like a lotus, flower or a leaf. We should start aiming at that. That's one of the most beautiful verses of chapter 5. And then we go into chapter 6 now. Again, we will have some discussion today, a little more than regular online. But again, here Rohit brought a very important point. He said the connection between chapter 1 to chapter 2, chapter 2 to chapter 3, sometimes you all are not able to connect. Because obviously we are not doing verse by verse. Verse by verse, if we have gone, we would have done 15 lectures so far. 11 lectures only we did? Okay. 11 classes, basically. We would have still been on chapter 1. Arjuna Vishada Yoga explaining. Since we are picking up the best of the verses, which can help, we pick those verses and we discuss. So in chapter 6, there's a very, very nice verse where Krishna speaks about depending on yourself and nobody else. And chapter 6 is called the yoga of meditation. We will see in this chapter there are instructions how to meditate, because that's again another craze, dhyana yoga. Another craze people have, meditation. You know, in spiritual terms, two words are absolutely abused. Complete. One is yoga, another is meditation. Full. I had a camp for youngsters in Bali. And one evening, we have to go to another nearby place called Ubud, which is the next destination in that tourism. So we went there. I saw a poster. Early bird catching worms. Early bird catching worm yoga. Poster, nicely made. At some resort, they've stuck the poster. What is it? Early bird catching worm yoga. You say anything, add meditation or add yoga, it sells. And these two words are the most abused words. Anything. Walking meditation. Walking meditation. Watching meditation. Walking with attention. Mindful walking. Fine. Don't equate it to meditation. Mindful, my body, mind are in the same place. Good. I'm consciously watching something. Meditation, this chapter is called meditation. Meditation means you drop action completely, physically and mentally. There's no thought also. All thoughts fall off. And you are alert to no thought. The difference between deep sleep and samadhi is this. In deep sleep, there are no thoughts, but you're not conscious. When you're in deep sleep, there is no thought, but you are not conscious of it. In samadhi, there are no thoughts and you're conscious of it. This is the difference. No thoughts and conscious is meditation. No thoughts, not conscious, sleep. So meditation is in the spiritual path. Meditation is the last lap. The last lap you go, like a 25 lap race, let us say. The last lap when you come, that is meditation. After that, it is enlightenment. So you come to the last lap, and most people are curious and they want to do it on the first lap. Meditation on the first lap. Why do you want to meditate? Too much stress though. I want to meditate. Sorry. Meditation is not to release you from stress. Meditation is to release you from bondage. Meditation is to get one free from all limitations to the unlimited. That's the last stage in a seeker. But people have this craze, like meditation, and not easy. When I was studying once, the same craze, we were all students, monks there in the ashram, and we went to our mentor, Swami Mitrananda. We went to him, and almost 1 year we were in the course. It's a 2.5 years monastery training. 1 year passed, and he didn't even take one session of meditation. Vedic chanting, Bhagavad Gita, Vivek Chudamani, every possible thing we are doing, except meditation. Japa, kirtan, everything, no meditation. So almost a year went, and so some brahmacharis decided we should go and ask Swamiji. Swamiji, please, can you take meditation classes? He looked for a while and he said, okay, tomorrow morning. Instead of Vedic chanting, we'll have meditation tomorrow morning. We were excited. Hey, tomorrow morning meditation. And that's a nice Shiva temple where we used to go and sit. So all of us were quite excited and we went and sat. He started Om, Om, Om thrice and few instructions he gave. And then said, calm down, close your eyes, calm down. All sitting quietly. And no one knows what to do next. It's all quiet. And that not doing anything is getting intense. First doubt I had, is everybody still here or people left? Am I the only one sitting here or people left? I'm not sure. Because your eyes are shut. And slowly you open your eyes and you see. And then you check someone else is doing the same. That guy is also opening his eyes and checking. Oh yeah, okay. Then we smile at each other. I understood your problem. You can't sit quietly for a while. 20 minutes, okay. 30 minutes? 40 minutes? I'm like, when is he going to say Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti? You guys open your eyes. Waiting to open our eyes. And after almost 1 hour, and almost everybody would have opened their eyes just to see what's happening and close your eyes. And he's sitting there and watching everybody. After 1 hour, Swami Purushottamanda asked us, you want to try meditation tomorrow? I said, no. Thank you, Swamiji. Never we will ask you again. How can you sit quietly? Close your eyes and sit quietly is meditation. Or asking you to watch a particular rhythm of your own breathing, is that meditation? Or taking the name of the Lord, one name you keep taking again and again, is that meditation? One is pranayama, not dhyana. One is japa, not dhyana. Dhyana is doing nothing. Absolutely quiet, peaceful, no thought. Not easy. Why? We have gush of thoughts. So much restlessness. So much desires inside. They express as thoughts. So meditation comes much later in life, in the spiritual path. What happened? All are suddenly looking out there. So this chapter is Jnana Yoga. Please remember the connection. If you are done with the attachment to the fruit of action, you will be peaceful. Mind can meditate. If I'm attached to action, result, fruit. If I'm sitting quietly, how can I sit quietly? The mind will be interested in the fruit. This I need to get, that I need to get. The mind will run there. Prayer is not possible. So if one has to settle into Dhyana Yoga, attachment to the fruit we should overcome. Only then we can deeply relax into meditation. So here Krishna gives a very beautiful verse. He talks here, verse number 5, chapter 6. Uddharet atmanam atmanam na atmanam avasadayet. A person should lift oneself by oneself. Uddharet atmana atmanam. You look at the instructions of Krishna here. You lift yourself by yourself. Na atmanam avasadayet. Never look down upon yourself. no matter what. See the verse. Lift yourself by yourself and never look down upon yourself. Na atmanam avasadayet. Lift yourself by yourself and don't look down upon yourself. Little later. We'll hold back for everyone. Few more minutes. That's the control I can have when I'm seeing you there. Because I see tea coming. When I see the video, I see. And then wherever the teacup is, the camera goes to another place. Later. For everyone. No attachment, right? To the action and to the result. Just for a few minutes. Here he says, lift yourself by yourself and never look down upon yourself. Please remember, this is your life. You need to walk. Nobody can take us there. You have watched the movie Matrix? Keanu Reeves. Anyone seen that movie, Matrix? Most people would have seen it for computer graphics. When it came in 90s, that was a craze. In computer graphics, they did everything. Matrix is a powerful Vedantic movie. In the end, if you see that movie, when the credit roll comes up, it will be Asatoma Satgamaya. It's a very, very powerful movie. And they called Matrix. Matrix means that which limits you. You are stuck in a frame. And that entire movie is break the matrix, break the matrix, break that which limits you. And they have. The whole movie is that way only. If you look even into the names of the people, the heroine is called Trinity. Morpheus. The teacher is called Morpheus. Metamorphosis, Morpheus. So the whole movie is, it's that way. Maybe some other time we can do a workshop on it, because I have done so many times the workshop on this particular movie, because it speaks the language which you understand. And one of the often repeated language, Morpheus will tell Neo in that movie, I can only show you the door. You need to walk through. Powerful line. I can only show you the door. You need to walk through. Literally Bhagavad Gita. Lift yourself by yourself. Nobody else can lift you. If you think, and this happens in our country, if you think, I have gone to a guru and my burdens will go. Sorry, you are deluded. Krishna did not lift Arjuna. Krishna addressed Arjuna 18 chapters for him to lift himself. But I went there, somebody blessed and my problems went off. Sorry, you are living in delusion. That's not true. Krishna did not teach that way. Krishna taught and Arjuna walked. So here, nobody else can lift us up. Get this point very clear. We need to do it ourselves. Wherever you are, from that point only to the next point, you have to lift yourself. So keep your goals that way, saying, yes, this is where I am. What could be the next stage? Let that become very clear. This is where I am. I need to improve this much. From here to here, you need to lift yourself. Like, for example, let us say a person is short-tempered, and that anger gets you into trouble again and again and again. It disturbs you, it disturbs people around, it disturbs friendship. Anger is getting you into trouble. You have realized anger is troubling me. Now I need to get rid of anger. Nobody else can do. No one can do. Only you have to do it. So from anger to angerless, if you have to lift yourself, Krishna says you have to do it yourself. I am disturbed every now and then. I want to go to peace. I want to reach a state where I can't be troubled by anything. I have to lift myself. Nobody else can do. See how honest the book is. How brutally honest. Saying you're in one situation, you need to get out of it. It is your job. You need to do it to move out of it. Lift yourself by yourself and never downgrade yourself. In your eyes, don't look down upon yourself. Listen, if you don't like somebody, you can still live, right? I don't like that person. I don't have to meet. I'll avoid meeting that person. You can leave this town, go somewhere else. I don't like myself. What to do? If you don't like yourself, what can one do? Where will you go? Killing yourself is a solution? Never. Death to the body. It's not that death of the mind, not the death of the subtle body. Gross body is dead. Subtle body is still there, more messed. The suicide can never be a solution. If suicide is a legitimate solution, everyone can commit, right? It's so boring. Finish. Over. I'm free. Body, gross body is gone. Mind and intellect is still there. And the issue is in mind and intellect. Think. So Krishna clearly says, you lift yourself by yourself and never look down upon yourself. If I start looking down upon myself, where do I go? Wherever I go, I'm still with me. The me which I don't like is there in me. Where is freedom? Where is peace? The me in me, I don't like. Some aspects of me I don't like. That is there inside me to trouble. Now I'll sit for meditation. Joking. There's so much restlessness in me, and there are things in me which I don't like. So Krishna says, in your eyes, don't lower yourself. Lift yourself by yourself and never look down upon yourself. How we live on opinions of others now. Think how much we live on opinions of others. You did something really good and you liked it and you are happy about it. And somebody comes and says, "That's such a sham. What did you do?" One criticism, finished, right? That you know you did something nice is gone. Just one criticism. Think how quickly we lower and how we live on opinions. You go and post something on Instagram or Twitter, 10 likes. Only 10 likes. Such a nice thing, only 10 likes. And then you go tell, hey, go make it viral. Hello, nobody's interested to see. Make it viral. How much we live on opinions of others. On every small thing, what somebody says, done. Don't look down upon yourself. For that, we must be brutally honest. This is me. Okay, even I have lowered myself, I have fallen down. Does not matter. I have decided to change. This is me. You accept me for what I am. I don't have to pretend to be somebody else. I have the courage to show this is me. Genuine me. Not how you want to perceive, but this is me. Then when I accept myself to be that, from there one can grow. From there I can lift myself, saying, this is me, and this will be a better me. Lift yourself by yourself to this point. And once you lift here, you will see, this could be a better me. Lift yourself. This way we reach the highest. Powerful verse of the Gita. Lift yourself by yourself and never look down upon yourself. That way, when we go, keep regularly improving, constant progress is there. My guru, Swami Mitrananda, he used to tell us, when he explains this verse, he used to tell us, make excellence your habit. Your coffee is our habit. Tea is our habit. This, that is our habit. It says, make excellence your habit. I have performed this much. Next time when I get an opportunity to perform again, improve upon it. To your best, you have improved. This is what I consider as excellent. Push yourself there. So every time when you want to do something, lift yourself from where you were to 1 inch further, 1 notch further. Push yourself. Every small thing. Just imagine lifting yourself. Every time your performance, you keep lifting up little bit, little bit, little bit. It could be a presentation. It could be a tweet. It could be the right choice of words. Or it could be saying something with the right tone. Every action of ours, we can lift it up to the next level. Just imagine, at this age of yours, you're obsessed with this, that I can improve my action to the next level. And nobody else can do, only I have to do it. Lift yourself by yourself. If you continuously do it, excellence becomes your habit. Every time you want to do something, you improve, improve, improve. After some time, what will be your levels? What will be your own worth in your eyes? Self-esteem, self-worth, because you are improving continuously. That's a lovely line to be practiced. If we do that, excellence can become our habit. That means your mind is very clear. Every time I go, I'll try and improve on what I've done before. Just go better, better, better. Every time that better is done through your effort by yourself, that leads you up. And no matter, even if we have done something stupid in the past, don't look down upon yourself saying, that's done, that's over, this is me, now I move up the ladder. That kind of a mind, if we get, that mind can sit for prayer. That mind can sit for meditation. Looking down upon ourselves, worrying continuously, how can we sit quietly? And meditation means closer to God, as I told you, the last lap before entering into the divine. Meditation, you can call it probably the threshold of divinity. When you are in meditation regularly, you are at the threshold of divinity. It's just a matter of time. But to get there successfully, we need to lift ourselves regularly and not look down upon ourselves. I'll stop here. For last 11 months, whatever, 11 or a few months in between we didn't have. If we can have any of those interactions now, we should do it.
Yeah, I think today is the time for you to all ask whatever questions you have to ask, but be brief. I think that's so that more people can ask. Anyone? All right. Yes, please go ahead. Give your name also.
Thank you, Swamiji, for your very insightful lecture. In chapter 2,